Good morning, my loves. Welcome to my channel. Um, Today, kitties, we're gonna go through some things that people do and say that red flags. Okay, first we're gonna look into some disorders here. That way, you understand where some of these people are coming from, because that is really the kicker. Okay. So we got ASPD, which is antisocial personality disorder. These people exhibit deceitful behaviors, manipulating others without remorse for personal gain or pleasure. These are we're going to go through the reasons why people hack, follow around, do crazy and pretend to be other people, because they're not proud of who they are. So like the okay. So being in the legal world for a long, long time, I learned a lot of things about people and how they answer questions. When you interview a lot of people for crime, and believe it or not, most criminals admit, because the guilt takes over. People who have been in accidents, people, you know, if you've ever seen the movie, what is it, Devil's Advocate, where Keanu Reeves is questioning the witness and she lies and he can tell. This is what all lawyers are programmed to do. They this is what they learn. They learn how to spot lies. And this is what these people do. So then we have the narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. They lie to bolster their self-image, fabricating stories to appear more impressive or to maintain a facade of superiority. This is where the gaslighting comes in. Okay? And then we have histrionic personality disorder, HPD. It's a constant need for attention. Individuals with HPD might engage in deceit to remain in the spotlight or to evoke sympathy from others. Now, this is where you spot this in readings, you spot this in readers. Okay, a lot of them try to stay relevant because it's smoke and mirrors. So, and then we have borderline personality disorder, which I've had personal experience with. That one's hard, because especially when you care about people. So when you love somebody that has this disorder, it's very difficult to not want to soothe them and fix them, but you can't. You can't fix that. It's not up to you to fix that. It's up to them to understand it and fix it themselves. So that one's a hard one. They lie due to intense fears of abandonment, using deception as a tool to maintain relationships or to navigate their unstable energy or self-image. It's so a balanced person does not do this. They don't lie to stable their own energy, because they don't have to. Okay? And the nerve of somebody who's anonymous and cloaked in their energy to gaslight you about smoke and mirrors is ridiculous. Authentic expression is honest. It doesn't hide. It's got nothing to hide. So if somebody's hiding their eyes behind a screen or behind something else because they can't, well, maybe, there's just some people who don't want to dress up. They don't want to put on makeup. They don't want to look good. They don't want to have to present themselves, which is okay. I mean, that's to each his own. But when somebody never shows you their eyes, which is your authentic expression through the windows of the soul, then you can't trust that until you see it. So understand that the people that don't want to show you their eyes could be bullshitting you the whole time, because you can't see their eyes. You can't see who they truly are. So don't let somebody gaslight you and smoke and tell you about smoke and mirrors and how somebody's doing this to you and how somebody's doing that to you. If you can't see their eyes, I will not, I don't have to lie, and I don't have to present myself as something different, because I'm authentic and I don't care who knows it. I don't care. I'm an old tired lady, and I don't care if you like me or not. I got over that, first year or two I was on YouTube, because there's a lot of people don't like me, and that's okay. Don't like me. I don't care. I don't care. You have your opinion. I have mine. That doesn't mean I don't like you, because I don't know you. I don't have that right to judge you. I don't have that right to throw shade on you, and I won't. But your true self is who you're supposed to be. And the way I feel about it is, be real or be gone. Don't try to bullshit a bullshitter, because I'll tell you, I probably told every lie in the book throughout my life. And that comes with hustling, that comes with trying to build businesses, trying to create things, and you learn a lot. And like I said, my legal background taught me so much about these people, about lying and bullshitting people. And I get real bored and real tired of somebody who can't be real with me real fast. So anyway, that's my spiel. I just wanted to give you that information so you're armed and ready for whatever comes at you. All right. We're gonna go through some, oh God, right off the bat. Grow up. I mean, for real. We're going to go through the energy for my collective, because this is the only way I can do videos for today. Now, hopefully by tomorrow that will change, because I'm going to be putting a tag on my shit so these hackers can get caught. I'm just over it. They've ruined 2 computers, my phones, and I'm tired. So this stalking's about to be done. All right. 10 of Swords to the Page of Swords. Look at that. Look at that. You're going to get caught, stalkers. So prepare yourself. And before I started this live, I was getting that song. Does anybody know who Limp Bizkit is? I got the worst song that they ever made stuck in my head. 9 Inch Nail getting knocked the fuck out. Have the hot dog song. Anybody know that song? I don't know why I got ain't alive a bitch. Fucked up bitch. Fucked up song. I got that song stuck in my head this morning. I don't know why. The part 9 Inch Nail get knocked the fuck out. I don't know where that song came from, but okay. All right. So right off the bat, we got the 10 of Swords, the Page of Swords. What are you activating against? I mean, activists. So anyway, this is what I want to know, what they're winning. As far as these bullshitters go, I want to know what you're winning. What are you winning? An argument? Well, that just goes with a relationship real fast. Because once you win the argument, the relationship's over. All right. So somebody wants to dominate your happiness. Good luck with that, homie. Good luck with that. You're dealing with the wrong signs here. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Okay, so we're getting motivated here. Let's get the energy going. All right. So the challenge here, what like if the Ten of Swords isn't challenge enough, the illusion. 7 of Cups. Somebody hitting the sauce a little too much here. And I always tell you guys, don't get lost in the sauce. Because that gets people stuck in insanity. Because they can't seem to straighten out the energy. Look. So we got the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, with the Page of Cups. Somebody who's dressing up like somebody else because they don't like who they are. So they use false profiles to get some kind of popularity because they just a schmuck. And they can't get that kind of attention on their own. Look, most recent past, the Star. And somebody wanting to have strength over the Star's money. They want to dictate to this person how much money they make, who they are, what they're doing, how they're doing it. So they can have, like I said, they're trying to dominate your energy so they can have power over your star. Like they're trying to have power over like really real stars. You know, that's, like I said, they use fake profiles because they can't get that kind of attention on their own. So they use somebody else's name, somebody else's face, somebody else's, thank you so much, Spiritual Awakening. I appreciate that. They can't get that on their own. So they got to pretend to be somebody else. And do they make money at it? Well, absolutely. Absolutely. They hustle people all day long. The Nigerian scammers and the Indian scammers and all these other people that are out there going, thank you, come again, give me your money. They make a lot of money because they're out there bullshitting everybody and being like all sweet and everything. But all they got to do is slip up one word. You don't know that? I mean, who talks like that unless they're completely illiterate? It's you don't know that, not you don't know that. Get on board, homie. At least get your time zones right. If you're gonna bullshit people into believing you're somebody you're not, and these people know where that person is supposed to be because they pay attention, at least get your time zones right. And if you're going to wear masks and sunglasses and hide your face, at least get your facts straight. Hide behind some kind of, keyboard warrior crap. Immediate future is the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Blocked. I'll tell you what, homie. There's an old saying. You say, climb up your butt and fight for air. All right. Because I ain't got no time for this. 7 of Wands, you are blocked. Your 5 Wands, your 5 Swords, all your nightmarish, whatever. I mean, and I do feel like these people have tried to throw you under the bus by talking smack about you and everything, but they can't. They can't. Because you are truly who you say you are. So that's why this energy is being blocked. It can't. Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate it very much. It can't be, you can't be messed with. Like I said, we got the seducer in the background trying to slip stuff in your drink. And I was listening to a reading this morning. Some of these readers are really reaching. I mean, really reaching. Talking about stuffing stuff in your pipes and everything else. These people are in different countries. How the hell are they going to do that? That's why I say to take what resonates and throw out the rest.
If I say something that's way off the wall like that, it's coming from it's coming from out. I'm just pulling. So if it don't directly affect you, leave it behind. Don't pull stuff out of readings that don't belong to you, because if you do that, you're pulling in those negative energies, those counterproductive energies that are prolonging your ascension, prolonging your shadow. So you're not clearing it. You're taking energy from something else and you're placing it in your story, and it's your story. So keep that in mind. All right. So these seducers want to slip something in your drink. Be careful who you date these days if you're single, because these people want some kind of power over you. Like I said, the gaslighting, they can't, or dates where you're sitting there talking to them and they're like this the whole time. Uh-huh. 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 Know who you're dealing with. Like I said, the eyes are the window to the soul. And if they can't look you in the eye, then they got issues. And maybe you need to steer clear of those issues, because they got their own shit to clear. All right. So this seducer says, hey baby, can I buy you a drink? How about no? Because the high priestess got it going on here. I'm going to tell you that much right now. Outside influence. Somebody wants to ride their chariot towards you. And I'm not reading reversals, but I do feel like this masculine's in reverse. I don't know who they are. Pisces, Aries, and Cancer energy. But this is somebody who wants to show up to your house and take over your life. Be very, very weary of people like that. Especially if they show up uninvited. You're uninvited. So you can stay on the porch. You ain't coming in my house. I didn't invite you. I didn't expect you. You can't come in. No, thank you very much. Like I said, and you don't invite them into your house on the computer or on the phone either. So there has to be some sort of retaliation. And I'll tell you, after I'm done finding out if this works or not, I'll let y'all know about it. Because I can't say it's cheap. But hopefully we'll get to the bottom of these hackers and put them where they belong, at least out of my life. The hope is here they can have a steak dinner on your dime. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles, they're building something that's going to take time while they keep you oppressed. Not today, Satan. Not any other day, because I'll go live and I'll do this shit live, because you know what? I'm not scared. Look. Depression, 9 of Pentacles, 5. So we've had the 5, all three of the 4 5s in this deck, except for the 5 of Pentacles. So they want to oppress you, disappoint you. So you ain't in 9 of Pentacles energy. So you ain't putting cucumbers on your eyes, taking your bath and enjoying your life with your 9 Pentacles. They want to take that from you and oppress you. So they lower your vibe. Want to lower your vibe. Or they're like super, super excited. And they're like, well, I don't live in 3D. Well, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, homie. Pull back to reality there. Skippy, you getting way above yourself. Let me tell you that there's I teach that. Okay, so there's the Luciferian and the Aramonic energy. And if you don't balance those two out, you gonna lose either way. So the Luciferian energy is the I'm so hot vibe, nobody can touch me. Yeah, well, your feet are going to be wiped out from you first. You're going to be the first ones to go, because the doc is just going to come and swoop your feet out from underneath you. And that's the Aramonic energy, the warlord energy. That is the beings that just want you to fight while they project these illusions on you and create hell on earth. And that you're seeing that in real time. All right. I ain't bullshitter. I'll tell you right up. You're seeing that in real time. Destruction of the family. All right. That's a manipulation. Destruction of the home and the family. 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups in reverse, and the Magician. All right. They want the complete and utter destruction of trust in everything that a family represents, because that is the way to take over the world. You know, if there's no collective energy working together, then we're all separated, and they can come and just get in the middle of that and mess with your vibe and then keep you guys apart. Don't let them keep you apart just for their own selfish energy. And don't let people lie to you and tell you that, you know, your family is your worst enemy. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but you'll know who they are by the way they behave. I love my family, even if they hate me. I don't care if they hate me or not. It doesn't change my feelings. You know, I love my kids. I love my family. Like I said, trying to block you, whoever these 3 people, from justice. But they in reverse, they upside down and on their head right now. Trying to figure out how they're going to get around all this truth that they can't see. Look at that. Ace of Swords to the Moon card. To the moon, Alice. All right? They can't see the truth. How are they supposed to live in their truth if they can't see it? Like I said, yeah, it doesn't mean I like to be around them. Hell, I ain't been around most of my family my whole life. And I don't trust them. But it doesn't mean that I don't love them, that I don't care about them, that I don't wish the best for them. What you put out comes back tenfold. And I am a living, breathing example of that, because I am the super, super black sheep of my family. And I don't have any immediate family left. It's just me and my kids and my grandkids. My mother, my father, and my little brother are gone within the last 10 years. Father 2014, brother 2016, mother 2018. I am the only one here. Strength, fortitude. Okay, so these people want you to let go of your 4 wands. Of course they do. Because if they can keep you in fight or flight mode, you can never get your balance. Don't let them have it. Don't let the haters have it, because it's an illusion. It is all a big smokescreen. They want you fighting your way out of a phantom energies. They don't really exist. What is in your life right now that you can change? That's what you need to concentrate on. Not whether, like I said, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of the stalking and so I'm done. And they're going to get theirs. If you wanted it, you got it, homie. The illusion is the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Chasing relationships and not finding balance. Chasing relationships with phantoms. With phantoms. Because maybe you want love, but you got to understand that you are love. You got it on you. Promise. You are the epitome of love. All right, and these three people who are watching you and stalking you with this Page of Swords energy, they ain't got it like that. They ain't got no self-love. But you do. Keep that in mind. You're rich beyond belief just for having that. You know, you might not have 10 pentacles here, but this is the illusion. Is that somebody's going to give it to you. What can you change in your life right now to get you to that 10 pentacles? That's what you need to ask yourself. Because it isn't up to them. It's up to you. The World card. Something is coming to a close. And I just posted that on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might want to check it out. What did it say here? I gotta look at it again. Mars enters Leo. Pluto doesn't clap. The death of performance arts. So this is what's going down. That's why you see Hollywood falling, because the death of that is coming. Because nobody cares anymore. We got our own problems. All right. So we're moving on in the Queen of Swords energy. If it ain't true, you can hang in the backyard with the rest of them. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got gardening to do. All right. So you are closing down cycles of what this star truly means, which is basically healing. It's healing the light within so you can shine outwardly. And those who do not want to show their light, because it is the eyes, are the ones who still have a lot of work to do. You know, I'm not going to throw shade on them, because we are all one. We are all the same. But if you're not willing to be who you are and stand in that truth, the obsession with other things and other people gets out of control. And that's where the 5 Wands comes from. And this is what these stalkers and hackers and all these fake ass profile people are doing in the background. You're going to find out who this is. And I do feel like you're going to find out, because they're going to want to fix it, because they don't have any choice. Yeah, Maggie's having some problems. You gotta let that go, Maggie, because apparently that's their path to walk. Just walk your own, mind your P's and Q's, mind your business, and life goes on. I promise you. I know it's hard, but you gotta let the past die. It's gotta die. You gotta let it go. Baby, I have kids, but I'm on my own. There ain't nobody doing this but me. And I have to make my own way. I have to figure things out, even when people are stealing from me on a regular basis. Trust me, they stealing from me every day. They screw up my business. Lots of money I'm losing right now because of these people. And that's my survival. So don't think that you're really alone because you're here with us. You're not really alone. You got me. You got the collective. And we're on your side. because we're all going through it too. And we know the struggle. High Priestess energy. We see you, Mr. Thing that wants to buy us a drink from the past. And we see your 10 wands and we call 9. Standing in our integrity. From the past, now in the present time. No matter what. No matter what battles we've been through. We might have tattered clothes. We might be, low on energy. We might be standing there with our last freaking wand. But we're still standing. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. I'm feeling like a little kid. Whether you like it or not, haters. Okay? I know you're scared, Maggie. I know you're scared. Trust me, I was scared when I had to walk my ass into a homeless shelter because I had nobody to call. And no money. I was scared too. I got over that. And I said, all right. So this is the first step to a new life without depending on anybody for anything anymore. And that was my own children that put me in that position. Okay? So keep that in mind. And even though it was unnecessary, I accepted it. Look at me now. Look how strong I am now. Nothing phases me. Nothing. I mean, you might make me. Did you really do that? Did you really go there? But it doesn't faze me anymore. I ain't scared of these people anymore. But I am pissed off. And that's the wrong side to get on me. Because then when I fight back, you in trouble. Because homie, don't play that. All right? You're about to be humiliated in your own energy. Because I see you with that High Priestess energy. I see your 3 cups in reverse. Your own friends don't want to work with you no more. And they're confused about how you're even still shining. It's because you're using profiles that don't belong to you. You're using other people's faces and names and popularity for your own gain. Stop it. Grow up. Got Virgo energy and Pisces energy there. So this is bossing up. This is stepping into your own light. And whatever this is, the obsession with the 5 wands, okay? Obsession with the slander and the lying and the competition, and it's constant. It's constant. So bringing drama where drama doesn't need to be. We all got our own struggles here. All right. And to each individual, that is going to be your path to overcome, not somebody else's path to control it. You have to get real with yourself. You have to say, okay, so this is what we're doing now. What's the next step? And boss up. Take responsibility for you. And then you got nobody else to blame. You got nobody else to shine on. Nobody else to use as a bulletproof vest, so to speak. Because you're willing to take the bullet yourself and say, okay, all right. That's called a boss. Aries energy. Take no shit. Stand up for yourself. No matter what. Because you will know the next right action to take as the outside influence. Even though we got these people obsessed with keeping you in that 5 wands, You will know the next step to take if you listen to your highest self. Look at this. Outside influence, listening to your higher self. The high priestess, the emperor, the empress, and the swing and the bling bling. All right. So balancing out the masculine and feminine energies and knowing what is the next right step to take. La, la, la. The swing. Okay. So what am I passionate about? What's going to make my soul shine bright as it can without expecting any kind of recognition for it? Don't expect the recognition, because most people ain't going to give it to you because they're still in this 5 wands. This is the 3D way. Rise above it, my babies, because this is what's coming if it ain't already here. Rise above this. Be the boss of your life, and don't bow to people who are beneath you. And if they're in that energy and you're not, they are beneath you. All right? It's children, unhealed children that need to get a grip. All right? The outside influence is Judgment Day, babies, and I done told you yesterday what that means. It's not other people, and other people always going to judge you because that's how they solidify their own insecurities. But you are judging yourself. Your higher self is your only judge, jury, and executioner. Whether you heal or don't heal is going to be up to you. Like I said, I bossed up. I took my own life into my own hands. And things got easier. It took a few years. I'm not saying that it's an easy path, because if it was easy, everybody be doing it. Everybody be doing it. But they're not. They're all here. Healing's not easy, and it's messy. And it takes a lot of tears, and it takes a lot of crumbling of worlds. But once you get back up, it gets easier, my darlings. Trust me, it gets easier. Because you're ready for whatever. That's that 9 of Wands Chiron energy. Like, bitches. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. And you're not surprised anymore by people's actions. You're just pissed off. And I can't say that I'm not. Because, when I can't work, that's a problem. I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for myself. I could sit and just clip my toenails all day long and do nothing. I am perfectly happy with my naps. But I'm here to help you guys understand what it means to heal yourself. These haters are afraid of the truth coming out. Well, it's going to come out. All things that have been hidden will be exposed through probably the law. With the King of Swords, that represents a lawyer or a judge. And these people are stressing because they know what they've done. Got the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. They know what they've done. And you reap what you sow. 7 of Pentacles to the 10 of Swords. You wanted a painful, permanent ending for my collective who were just in good faith trying to be good people. Guess what you're going to get back? Your higher self always got you. All you got to do is listen and converse with it. All I had was God and spirit when I had nothing and no one. That's the only conversation I could have. Because even in the shelter where I was for 4 months before I got back up on my feet, got my own place, I was attacked. I was attacked in there too for helping someone. Because I helped someone, I was thrown under the bus and accused of going after her Social Security money. Are you shitting me? Really? I didn't ask her for nothing. So understand that these energies are everywhere. They're everywhere. So even when you ask for help, it comes at a cost. And it's just your own sanity is what, if you let it cost you that, it will be your own sanity. Because being a loving, kind, caring person sometimes puts you in spots where people think you have ulterior motives just for being that nice. Even when your intentions are pure, people want to be accusing you of not being a pure person, not having pure intentions. 4 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you might have to figure something out when it comes to home, relationships, family. But it starts with healing the past. Healing what you look at as nostalgia, what you remember. And whether that's a past life, because trust me, I've relived at least 5 or 6 of them in my dreams. It's coming to terms with those who have wronged you in the past. Even though it's scary, healing is scary. Look at that 4 swords. Healing is scary. But in order to ascend into a higher resonation, it's something that you must do in order to advance into the next vibration. Time to stop blaming other people, because other people are going to be other people. You can't change other people. All you can change is what's right here. Your home. Your home in your heart and in your mind. And you can change that by healing the past. And I'm not saying that these hackers and these stalkers and all these people are going to go away, because they're not. But do your best to protect yourself in any way possible. And don't fall for the okie doke. Don't get lost in the sauce. Think of things in your own reality and what's happening in your life right now, not what everybody else is doing. Because I can tell you what everybody else is doing, and it ain't pleasant. They're all fighting for their spot too, but they're trying to do it at the expense of others, instead of taking responsibility for their own self, for their own toxicity. Be who you are and don't apologize for that. That is the first step. Is there a the long winding road to go? Absolutely. But you know what you have to do here against these seducers, these scammers, these players, these people who think that they got some kind of control over your life. Maybe you just want somebody to talk to. That's what I sit and play with them, because sometimes I just want somebody to talk to, because I am alone. But I'm not lonely. There's a difference. There's a big difference. I may be alone, but I ain't lonely. I know that my higher self got me at all times. And after the vision I had of my mother the other day, I'm at peace. That was my biggest pain in my heart. I mean, losing my mom I was trying to save her, you know? I was trying to figure out a way to save her, but I couldn't because she was living in a hole with crazy people, and I couldn't go stay with her or nothing. And basically, God told me that ain't up to you. Took it right out of my hands to teach me that it ain't up to me to save other people. It's not. They have to be willing to save themselves if they still want to be here. It's up to each and every individual if they want to be here or not. If they're willing to fight for who they are, if they're willing to heal, if they're willing to fight for that healing of the home. Because without this, you got nothing else. 6 of Wands, you win. Like I said, you might have to figure some stuff out here. But understand that you will win on this long winding road. It's always a choice. And I understand that, Maggie, but we can't control that. All right. And it's really difficult. My mother was not in hospice, but my grandmother was, and that's how she wanted to go. She chose that. My grandmother chose that. My mother chose it, even though she didn't expect it to happen. She chose because she didn't want to be here anymore. The day before her heart seized up, the last one, because she had 2 before that, she told me, a devout Christian, that she didn't believe in God anymore. She says, I don't think I believe in God anymore. This is somebody who's been saved. And I knew it was over. So at least she still had her mind. But she chose that. I had to accept it. And a lot of people are going to choose that. So we have to accept that that is their choice. They don't want to fight anymore. They don't want to have to fight this 3D anymore. And I get it. I understand it, because there's a lot of people that are just tired. I'm tired. Just doesn't, I just still got a lot of fight left in me, I don't go down without a fight, because that's just part of my soul's mission and part of this version of me that has to survive. Because I'm here for not just myself, but for an entire collective of people to help show the way to let shit go, to heal, to choose to heal, no matter what is going on the outside of you. And not to fall for the okie doke, which is you thinking that you ain't good enough for nothing. Not true. You came here to understand that you are way more than enough. That's how you win. That's how you take that next step. And once you get there, can't nobody take it away from you, no matter what. They can try. They can piss you off. Doesn't mean they win. You already won a game. All right, so we're back to the 9 cups here. Somebody is definitely in a different mindset by the end of this reading. Still immature, so grow up, but the Taurus energy here is taking over. New moon in Taurus starts on, I think, the 27th. Stability, growth, pinnacle energy. blessings. And you're going to get your wish. Whatever that wish might be. You will hear about it. And you will cut yourself off from being stuck anymore. Because ain't nobody got time for that with this Queen of Swords. Pisces energy with the Hanged Man. And she just ain't got time. She's too busy. She's doing stuff. She's gardening. She's doing her thing. And if you ain't on board, you know what? Look in the back of that card. You can hang in the back with the rest of them. Keep your ass on the porch. Because ain't nobody got time. Let's get some kippers and some other cards here. I got 2 new decks, but I can't remember what one of the names are. I've been using them recently. One of them's got a key on the front of it. The other one's called Revealing the Truth Oracle. Those are some pretty cool cards. Yeah, I'm ready for this new moon. And I think the full moon's going to be in Scorpio. So yeah, y'all get to transform some stuff. You the 8th house. Understand that you're in the scheme of things, okay, as Scorpios. You're the 8th house. You got power you don't even know you have. The power of transformation, the power of death, the power of towers, the power that you made happen through your soul expression. That's people ask me, why do you only do Pisces and Scorpio? I got to understand the reason why I do those 2 houses is because they're most difficult. The most difficult houses is the 8th house of death, rebirth, sex, and transformation. And the 12th house of endings, hidden enemies, spirituality. So it's not necessarily the signs I concentrate on. It is the houses that they represent. Most people can't look at those houses because they're scared. I ain't scared of no ghost no more. These phantom people can get bent. So we have courthouse, her relationship where she's going, I don't know. Look at that lady's face. She's like, you want to what? Don't know about that. Especially if you're a phantom behind somebody else's profile. Stalker, hater, weirdo. Even if you aren't a hater and you're in love, you still fake as fuck. So what? Why? Because you don't want some kind of legal action being taken against you because you're scared? Well, we have a mature woman, a main male, and bad health. It's all going back. All that energy that you decided to send out to others is going back. And not only is the bad health part of it, but, we are all clearing lower vibrational energies. So the bad health is a thing. It's a thing. And whatever is ailing you or whatever ailment comes up, it's part of your healing process to fix it. So you got to learn how to fix yourself, because pharmaceuticals and the medical industry has concentrated on keeping you sick. So your best bet is to figure out, hey, why do I have a gallbladder problem, or why do I have intestinal problem? Well, maybe it's the food you eat. Maybe you don't have no choice but to eat cheap food. But, if you fast for 16 to 18 hours a day and only eat one meal, you can get rid of all those toxins. So if you have to eat in a certain way and it's not really healthy for you, it's okay if you can fast for 16 to 18 hours after. because then that can be completely taken out of your body. Not to mention, there are things like activated charcoal, where you can pull the toxins out of your body. That's not going to be for everybody. These healing modalities that I use are not for everybody. I mean, I have issues, so I take gallbladder bile salts on top of the charcoal to get the toxicity out of my body that's being promulgated by that problem. And you heal the rest of you. And then everything starts falling in line. If it doesn't, then you just keep going until it does. You can self-heal. You can self-maintain. But you have to figure out what's best for you, because each person is going to be different. Each ailment is going to be different. And that goes for these people who are standing behind the scenes here, who are also, who the ones that are getting really, really sick from the energy they're sending out. I'm watching people get heavy that were really, really skinny because they're eating themselves into a frenzy, because that is another sign of lack. It's like there's never going to be enough. There's never going to be enough. If you keep looking at life like that, there won't be. That's as simple as that. There will never be enough for the ghosts that haunt you, because they are always in lack. You can't let the worry go, La. I wish you could. Shit, I burned my own adrenals out the other day being stressed about not being able to work. It's hard to let that worry go. But there is a proper way to deal with it and not let it consume you. Don't advertise that, Anthony. That'll get you in trouble. But that is another way to help people, especially the ones that have, taken the old, that is an a suggestion for those of you who had to take that medicine that is now hurting a lot of people. All right. Mind and Reading Pisces. Abraham, both must certainly want you to work in. Of course they did. They want you to eat there too. Parasites. They want you to eat there too. They want you to eat a lot of food there, because it's parasitic. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. All right, so we got girl talk here. You advertise what? The wellness, wellness. Yeah. Well, you can prepare your own wellness kit too, because not one size fits all, Maggie. Keep that in mind. Everybody reacts differently to different healing modalities, and what works for you might not work for another. What works for other people might not work for you. Everybody's going to be different. So take that into consideration. Buy a little bit, try it out, see if it works for you. If it does, then great. If it doesn't, on to the next thing. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment. La la la, having fun. We're having fun. Keys on a ring, many options, decision. Unconventional, string along, one night stand. No, thank you. Had too many of those in my life, and I ain't playing with you no more. That is over. Endings bring new beginnings. Woohoo! Ain't nobody going for that no more. Unless that's all we want. I mean, if that's all you want, then knock yourself out. I said, if that's all you want, bring it to a close, because that cycle's closing. You can go ahead and do whatever it is you want, because this is new beginnings and growth, change, liberation, and transition. 8th house, babies. And the phoenix rises again. New phase. Rekindle, renew, transformation. Again with the 8th house. Growth in a changed mind. Life from death. Soul connection, partnership agreement, and soul contract. That's me with all of you, and you with all of me. Because finding me is not an accident. There's a reason why you're here. I tell that to every personal reading I have. You found me for a reason. Always. And I don't think God makes mistakes. I found that out through my journey. We aren't old. Well, if we live 120 years, no, we're not. But we're wise. We're wise as old people. We're wise as 100-year-old people. And I say that sometimes, but I don't really mean it, because I feel like I'm still a little kid having fun. Even though I'm damn near 60 years old. I still feel like a little kid having fun, and I'm enjoying my life. I love my life, no matter what, because I know who I am. Guess what, guys? Guess who we got in chat? I'm just saying. All right. And this is why. Because their recordings and everything they've done in the background is now being dispersed. It's being cut off. Judy. Somebody wants to be me instead of me. And that's, somebody wants to be you instead of you. Because they don't want to be themselves, because they caught in the act. And they're going to lose everything. So they'd rather be somebody else than be themselves, because they're caught. Whatever this recording is, they're caught. And the toxicity is over. Like I said, immediate future. They're right here, right now. It's up to you whether you give away your power or not. And they can't have it if you don't give it to them. If you're strong enough to stand in your being of who you are without any apologies, and you don't bow to anyone, that's called Empress energy. Then you attract, you do not chase. Because it all comes to you. Yeah, even the haters, the copycats, and everybody else, they come to you. And that's when you set a trap. And the boo-boo, what's for me is for me. Exactly. Sounds like a you problem. Go get your own identity. Stop stealing other people's. Be who you are and be proud of that. Stand up for what you believe in. Be proud of that. Takes a long time to find your own identity. And even though we are a collective, we are individual identities. And authenticity is the only way to go. Be who you are. Be proud of that. Don't apologize for it. Don't let these basement dwellers mess with your vibe. They want you stored away, imprisoned in some damp, dark basement, in deep thought, remembering, solving. This is what the puzzles that they're trying to figure you out. They can't. Now they chewing on their own karma, and they don't like it. They bought it. You bought the ticket, so chew on it. You know, you bought the ticket of trying to be somebody else your whole life instead of being who you are. Now, you might have to get stored in the basement for a little minute till you can climb back out. Divine intervention is here. And it is in the face of all of those who stand in their authenticity and their power. That is the divine intervention. It isn't some, I get crazy. I get called crazy all the time. I get called witch. I get called all kinds of names. But you know what? My truth speaks for itself. I don't even have to fight with you about that. I don't even have to fight with you about that. I don't even have to fight with anybody about that. I got nothing to prove to no one. You are perfect and whole just the way you are, Maggie. And don't let anybody else tell you different. You have nothing to defend. Serendipity, catalyst, and karma. Karma, bitches. Is coming back. The unspoken apology. They're sorry. Yeah, I mean, everybody got to pay their dues. Everybody got to pay their dues. I paid mine. I paid lots of them, which is how I got this wisdom, from paying my dues, from getting pummeled each and every time I did the wrong thing, sometimes instant. Anytime I ever tried to take advantage of anybody, anytime I lied to anybody, it all fell back on me like a ton of bricks, sometimes instantly. That's how I learned my lessons. And that's how you overcome this journey, by taking accountability for that and then stepping into your power. Dignity, works, lineage, and rewards. That's how you find your honor and your strength, your wisdom, death, sexuality, and joy through the apple. It starts with that poison apple. Eating your own shadows and accepting that you ain't perfect. Well, you're perfect, just not a perfect expression sometimes, because the shadow is definitely there. You just got to wrestle it to the ground and chokehold it and say, bitches, I'm in control. You're not in control. I'm in control. Sometimes that shadow fights back really, really hard. But that's how you gain your honor and your wisdom. That's how you gain the wisdom that you need for the next step. Because sometimes it takes a loss of control to find out these other people they losing their shit. I can't lie to you. Whoever these copycats, these people that behind fake profiles, and they're losing everything because they're being cut off from the real, from what is real. And that's why they're losing their shit. All right. So they're 10 times more desperate than they was in the beginning, because now they're losing everything they gained off of other people. To them problem. Don't get yourself involved in their karma. It's not yours to bear. I'm not saying that shades are hiding. To each their own. What I'm saying is somebody who won't show themselves a lot of times has something to hide. And if you can't look somebody in the eye and tell them the truth, just like I'm doing right now, maybe you got some more work to do. I'm just saying, I can look anybody straight in the eye and they can ask me anything they want to. And I got peace. But I'm going to take apart any other thing that's in my life because I'm not going to. Peace is too precious and it costs too much. And if it costs me my peace, it's too expensive. So don't think I ain't willing to put that to the test. Don't think I'm not a peaceful person. I'm very peaceful. Everybody just need a hug. And so do the haters. So do these people that are, now going down the tube and having to go down their own rabbit hole. They just need a hug. Some people just need a hug. A lot of us do. Because like I said, we've all been ripped away from each other because of this energy. And I can't say it's going to get worse before it gets better because I can't say that. But understand that a lot of these people, they need a hug because nobody understands them either. Exactly, Anthony. The devil does not rob empty houses. And the devil is not a real thing. It's the devil in me and the devil in you. What movie is that from? Talent show. I don't remember what that was. But sometimes it's our own shadow that's trying to rob us. And it's other people's shadows trying to rob us. Go sit on the beach, kick off your shoes, and listen to the ocean waves. Beautiful, peaceful boss. I don't know about the beautiful part, but, I'm going to try to be peaceful. All right, so we got balancing the healer within. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So take 5. I give you permission. Go outside. Sit on your lawn with no distractions. Breathe in the fresh air. Listen to the birds chirping. If you can't go to the beach, take a moment and find that balance within, which brings on your healer that helps many others find their healer as well. And I got desperate and gamble. So if you're desperate, take a gamble. But take a gamble on what's right for you, not what's right for everybody else. Oh, La, you're lucky. Wish I lived across the street from the beach. I got to drive at least 20 minutes to get to the beach. And I'm in California, so if you don't live on the beach, you're paying for parking 9 times out of 10. This is Los Angeles. I got lucky last time I went to the beach and went real early. And I found a place with 12-hour parking for free. That's all I'm saying, Sean. If you need to, you can look them in the eye, and you're not ashamed of anything. You ain't got nothing to hide. Window to the soul. As long as you're willing to be the true you and not hide behind a mask, then nothing else can stop you. All right, we're going to do a dragon, and I did see Gaia there, which is as long as you're willing to help in the garden. Where did it go? I saw it pop out. I want to read it to you because that's a really good dragon. Where did it go? Now it doesn't want to show itself. But it just showed me a minute ago. I got the crystal dragon, which is perfect for this reading. perfect for my babies and Gaia. I want to read that one to you too, because this is kind of the whole situation. Do you always trust your first initial feelings? High Priestess energy. All right. Now, as long as I can read this without going blind, we'll be in good shape. All right, we'll do crystal first. Narcissistic. There it is. All right. Yeah, it's pretty dark in here. It says, let me guide you in flowing with the rhythm of your life. This beautiful and peaceful dragon's main role is as a galactic dragon is to support all indigo and crystal children who have special and unusual abilities and traits, adults and those on the autistic spectrum. She is in fact named after the crystal children. She fully understands the complexities that can accompany these children and adults, so is here to support them and their families as much as possible. She urges us to explore their richness of talent in whatever area works for them. For example, this could be numbers, sport, art, music, or poetry, or anything that allows the mind to unleash and creativity to flow. She understands that the classroom, with its restraints and rules of quiet and concentration, often do not work for these naturally impulsive, inquisitive, artistic souls. If Crystal has swooped into your cards today, she encourages you to add color, vibrancy, or shape to your life in any way that you are drawn to. She asks, have you become too rigid in your thinking, expectations, or outlook in life? Let me guide you in the flowing with the rhythm of your life. And loosen any feelings of tension from your body. Allow your mind to daydream. Let it explore new possibilities. Find creative pursuits and free your soul. Our lives rarely flow along a straight route. They are always full of twists and turns. She goes on to say, learn to follow the ebb and flow of the tide of your experience here on earth. Struggle and resistance do not serve you. They simply frustrate and vex you. She asks us why we do a job that we hate or stay with a partner we can't communicate with if it makes us unhappy. Be true to yourself. Be authentic in your life and allow yourself to let go of all that doesn't bring warmth to your very being. Crystal encourages us to follow our dreams, live our joy, and be open to new possibilities. That was perfect. Let's get I want to read Gaia to you too, because that's kind of goes along with this reading as well. That is one of the galactic dragons, I think, or no, it's a guardian dragon. Yeah, it's a guardian dragon. So she's a guardian. Huh. That reminds me of something I just seen recently. It's like, wow. Some of these people are so out of touch. I'm just saying. Ground yourself. Get grounded. You need it. It says, have courage to stand up for what you believe in, your heart to be true. The dragon Gaia is the earth mother, or the earth keeper and carrier. It carries Gaia's ancient knowledge deep within her. She is one of the oldest dragons yet to come to earth. I am the etheric body of your planet. I urge you to protect her and all who dwell upon her. That's what we're here to do. I will guide you into restoring balance. What is done cannot be undone, and alas, some things are gone forever. Have courage to stand up for what you believe in your heart to be true, and I will stand with you. You can be that change. Call upon her to support you when you are working on a new project and need to anchor its energy fully. You can invoke her wisdom when any form or group work is taking place to anchor the collective vibration to the planet. Make use of her grounding energy. She is also here now to help ground these frequencies of the fifth dimension and above, which are coming into our consciousness. She will guide us when we are ready to reignite the light of the Earth's grids, which is what we're doing right now. The deep healing this invokes will help Gaia and us humans to build peace on Earth and a future that is sustainable. Those were the perfect cards for this reading. And I do hope they helped you. I do hope that any of you that are here today, hang in there with me, because I should have new videos up by tomorrow. Right now, like I said, everything's down until I get new stuff straightened out, and I want to wait till after my phone's tagged first. That'll happen today. So we will get to the bottom of things and get these rats out of our cellar or our attic, wherever they are. And you are all my people, the mother energy. Let's do this and show them that you don't have to do it like this. There's a different way. There's a better way. There's an easier way. It's more sustainable than this. This is not sustainable. All right? Those are your messages, my babies. Please remember to press that like button, subscribe, share. I'm going to leave this up. And free your mind, and the rest will follow. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.